Have you ever heard the claim that kids in Finland have no homework, no stress, and still end up among the best educated people on the planet? If you grew up with nightly worksheets and last-minute studying, that sounds impossible. But Finland's approach is real, and it is also widely misunderstood. Finnish students do get homework sometimes. The difference is that homework is not treated like the main engine of learning. Let's clear up the big myth first. Finland has not banned homework. In fact, there are no national rules telling teachers exactly how much homework to assign, which means schools and teachers use discretion. Finland's own policy framework focuses on balance, and the law on basic education even states that a pupil's workload should leave enough time for rest, recreation, and hobbies beyond school, travel, and homework. That one sentence explains a lot. Homework is allowed, but it is not supposed to take over a child's life. Especially in the early grades, teachers often keep assignments short and practical, like a bit of reading, a few math problems, or finishing something that was started in class. And once you accept that homework exists, but is intentionally limited, the next question becomes more interesting. If kids are not doing hours of work at home, how is learning getting done? All right, now let's step inside the school day, because that is where Finland puts most of the work. A core idea in Finland is simple. Schoolwork should happen at school. Instead of teaching a concept and pushing the real practice into the evening, teachers build practice time into lessons. Students do tasks while the teacher is present, which means mistakes get corrected early and confusion does not snowball into "I'll figure it out later" at home. A second piece is the rhythm of the day. Finnish schools are well known for frequent breaks, and research on Finnish school routines describes multiple recess periods, often 10 to 15 minutes after lessons, plus a longer break around lunch. The point is not just to be nice. The breaks help kids reset attention, move their bodies, and return to learning with a clearer head. When you combine guided practice with regular breaks, the school day becomes more efficient. Students are not just listening, they are doing, getting feedback, and recovering before the next push. And when school is built like that, you simply need less homework to keep students on track. But this only works if the adults in the room can make strong instructional decisions. That brings us to the part of Finland's system that gets less social media attention: teacher training and teacher trust. In Finland, teaching is not treated as a backup job. Teachers in basic education are generally required to have a master's degree, and teacher education is designed to be research-based. That level of training supports something Finland relies on heavily: teacher autonomy. Finland also does not run national examinations during comprehensive basic education. Instead, assessment is largely done by teachers based on the national curriculum goals. There is a national matriculation exam later at the end of general upper secondary education. But the basic school years are not driven by constant high-stakes testing. This matters for homework. In systems where standardized tests dominate, homework often becomes a pressure valve. Teachers assign more at home because they feel the clock ticking and they cannot slow down. Finland reduces that pressure by trusting teachers to assess progress continuously and adjust instruction inside the classroom. So the lighter homework load is not magic. It is a downstream result of a system that invests in teacher expertise and gives teachers room to teach. Now, there is another reason Finland is careful with homework, and it has less to do with pedagogy and more to do with fairness. Homework sounds equal on paper. Everyone gets the same assignment. In real life, it is not equal. One student has a quiet room, strong internet, and an adult who can help. Another student may share space, have responsibilities at home, or have no one available to explain the task. When homework loads get heavy, those differences turn into achievement gaps. The OECD has highlighted this equity issue, and in its analysis of homework time, using PISA data, students in Finland were among those reporting less than 3 hours per week of homework in the period studied. The same OECD report also points out that homework time tends to differ by socioeconomic background, which is exactly why heavy homework can unintentionally reward advantage. Finland's philosophy is to keep the workload humane and provide support during the school day. If a student falls behind, the response is not do more at home. The response is more likely to be help inside school, targeted guidance, and teacher attention before the gap grows. That is why Finnish homework, when it exists, tends to be short and purposeful. It is meant to reinforce, not to replace, teaching. At this point, you might be thinking, okay, less homework sounds great, but does it make students less ambitious? Finland's answer is that ambition does not have to come with exhaustion. Finland treats student well-being as part of learning. The goal is sustainable effort. Rested kids concentrate better. Stressed kids shut down. So the system protects time for sleep, family, life, hobbies, and play. And it does not treat childhood as something you squeeze between academic tasks. And that is the real reason the no homework story keeps going viral. From the outside, it looks like Finland removed pressure and still got results. From the inside, you see a different picture. A school day built to do the heavy lifting. Highly trained teachers, trusted to assess and adapt, and a national expectation that schools should not consume a child's entire life. So if you want the lesson in one line, it is this. Finland did not win by banning homework. Finland reduced the need for homework by making school work better. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.